Corvain Cooper, co-founder of 40 Tons, Chief Brand Ambassador of 40 Tons. We're right here at the intake booth, BizCon 2024. I got the legend. I have the legend with me. Please introduce yourself and let them know who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm George Martorano, better known as the Grow Father. I have my own brand and around the country. And how I got into the industry, I paid my dues. In 1983, I was indicted for a continual criminal enterprise, and there was a lot of injustice, a lot of backstabbing with my judge and lawyer and prosecutor, etc. And I got life, no parole. I was the fourth person in America to get life, no parole. The three before me were violent repeat offenders, and I was the first person, ladies and gentlemen, in the state of Pennsylvania to get life, no parole. From the sentence, I got 32 plus years in prison. I went away 31 years old, and I came home 65. And I never even had a parking ticket. I never got caught with one drugs. It was all conspiracy. Now, when you get life, no parole, that's the worst sentence you can get. It means you come home in a body bag. They weren't happy with that. They tortured me. They literally tortured me for years and years and years to make me be a rat. I ain't no rat. And like I said, 5 years in solitary, which is illegal. They kept moving me around the country. You can't keep sentencing somebody to life, no parole, and then bury them in solitary. So they kept moving to get away with it. But anyway, fast forward. I'm home now. I'm the Grow Father. I have a movie on Amazon.com. It's George Martorano. These ain't no fairy tales.
This ain't no fairy tale.
You can see a lot of my films on YouTube, George Martorano YouTube. What I'm most happy about is the Grow Father brand is that we create jobs. You know, we're there for young people. This industry, young people devote their life. They want to be it the rest of their lives. So it's very important that guys like me, that their lives were taken away, now we're very in a positive way of life and very proud of creating jobs, etc.
Yeah, that's dope. And then I don't think you guys or the listeners, I want you to really, really, really take heed and listen to what this man just said. 32 years, 5 years in confinement. If you're watching, just go in your bathroom for 5 minutes, for 5 hours, and see if you can make it in your own bathroom, in your own house. You know what I mean? So just do it for 5 hours in your own house and see will you get claustrophobic of being in your own bathroom. So this is a different type of, and the level that he had to go through at the time of what was going on, it's kind of watered down. He was in prison when prison was prison. And you had to really be a man. So,
well, I went to Marion, Illinois,
one of the
worst prison ever in America. Yeah. People love to hear this. In my imprisonment, John Gotti was my cellie, my friend for over 2 years.
Yeah.
And he didn't know a damn thing about weed.
Yeah.
Weed's been in my life since I was a kid. I believe in it. I do stage. I go on stage. Matter of fact, February 22nd in Philadelphia, I'm doing my first stage play, and it's making history because nobody from my type of gangster background, nobody ever in the history of America has ever did a stage play. So I'm proud of that, being the first to do that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be called The Grow Father.
The
play's called The Grow Father. Yeah.
So then tell them tell them your best experience, your worst experience in prison, just everything of how you have to survive, even just the day-to-day. Like sometimes they need to know like the reason why you're the OG and you're the Godfather and what's called, like you got to be bullet. Just the feds, you're in all 50 states at one time.
Right.
So you're going to have to be a man today.
I lost count of many prisons, but I'm most proud of, I became a mentor educator while I was in prison, and it was one of the facts helped me get my release. I graduated over 8,000 inmate students in my classrooms, which the government let me create my own curriculum. Never been done before, so I'm very proud of that. That's one of my best experiences, helping these guys get home. There's a word now in America called reentry.
Okay.
And it was started in the feds. The states have adopted. I'm the one that created
Okay.
reentry in America. I created reentry.
Yeah.
But anybody knows about prison, you never take credit. You always make the warden take credit.
Yeah.
Because anybody thinks they're going to outshine a warden is but a fool.
Yeah.
So that was some of my best experience, graduating all those students, changing their life around, prisoner students. But the worst experience to me was losing, even though I'm a good story, ladies and gentlemen, understand this, better men than me have died in prison. So the horrible stories, the guys got old, they were never getting out. They should have let them out just to die.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. So I lost a lot of good friends. And then the loved one, when you do 32 plus years, you lose loved ones on the outside. So that's the bad part of it.
Right.
Other than that, you just got to survive.
And then another thing, explain to people, how did you get the life sentence overturned? Who overturned it? And what was that process
You're looking
like?
at who overturned it. I paid over $3 million and lawyers didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
This brain got me out. I created a case in it. I don't like to talk law when I'm filming because it's hard for the public to understand, but I created a case in the Second Circuit, which is New York City.
Right.
And I won it and then brought it to the Third Circuit, Philadelphia, and it took, all in all, took 4 years.
Yeah.
And that was the case called the Holloway case, which I created, that opened the door to bring me home.
Damn, that's pretty dope right there. That's pretty dope.
One thing
like
you
that.
learn in prison after doing 3 decades is patience.
Patience, and no one knows your case better than you.
No.
And no one's going to take too much time. What else are you going to do with all this time that you're sitting in the cell? That's all I would do. I would just infatuate it with my case. You know, you got to be infatuated.
On a personal note, I'm waiting for Trump to get sworn in. I'm not a political guy, but I'm going to do a proposal to the head of the Bureau of Prisons, which is under Trump, to be a motivation speaker within the Bureau of Prisons.
Yeah, I want to do that with you. I like that. I like that idea, especially since Trump got me
that,
out. You know what I mean?
Get that started.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to get that started.
I like that. Is there anything you want to tell them? How do they follow you, and how does everybody contact you and follow you so they can?
I got so much going. I got the growfather.com. I have George Martorano.com. You can go on George Martorano on YouTube. There's over 60 films.
Yeah.
I'm easy to get a hold of. Just follow all the pretty girls and you'll find me.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Follow the pretty girls. 40 tons. We're in the intake booth with the legend. The person who paved the way for this whole fucking thing to happen.
That's true.
You can't even have this type of stuff if you did. You got to understand, in cannabis and marijuana, you can't have it without these type of people, because the part that you don't have to understand is, how can you have $1 billion industry that you never had to promote, that you never had to have any commercials for, that you never had to have any ads? You know who did it? The people that paved the way, the legends, the OGs. So pay your respects.
Well, I'm in 170 dispensaries in Jersey. We got the biggest brand, the Growfather. Again, what I'm most proud of is the jobs that I'm creating.
Yes, you're creating
We
jobs.
have so many bud tenders working in these dispensaries. I have so many people, and this is their future. This is their future. They want to be in it the rest of their lives.
Right.
So I'm going to really help that grow more and more.
So you heard it here first. Follow the Go Father. Follow 40 Tons. MJBizCon. We're here.